Hello everyone, welcome to another session with me. I am Sanyukta Saxena. Hope you are enjoying these new series and we will be learning a lot many new tangles issued by various CZTs. Till now we have mostly worked with Zentangle originals. That's what I work mostly with. But now this series is dedicated to our fellow CZTs who have come up with beautiful tangles and we will be exploring some of those. Right, today's tangle is called Tropicana. It is a tangle by CZT Kate Aarons, and it is a very simple tangle to draw. Most of the Zentangle patterns are simple to draw. I'm going to draw two lines running parallel to each other. It looks somewhat inspired from Islamic architecture because I'm going to be drawing these dome kind of shapes. Right, something like this. You can either draw them continuous or you can break it. So it's basically a dome shape or a petal, leaf shape, whatever you want to relate it to. Yeah. And then I'm just going to insert a triangle here like this. Right. And then give it kind of a diamond cut, more like a fragment, and just ink one section like this. Right. So now this is the basic tangle as far as the Tangle Tropicana is concerned. That's Tropicana. Right. Now if you want, you can also add some auras inside, something like this. Yeah, you can also add some weight on one side. That's usually the way we do this tangle, so that it looks like a doorway, a pathway. Right, so it has an architectural look. Again, if you talk about tangle genesis, looks like a tangle inspired from architecture. Yeah, that simple a tangle. You can always add double lines. You can always add tangles between the double lines. So that's entirely up to you. Yeah. Now I'm going to add shading definitely on one side, just the way we do for giving the effect of something going inside. Yeah, like this. But you can always shade all around, entirely up to you, the way you want to do it. Yeah. Generally, this is the way to go about shading. Yeah. And you can also add some bit on one part of this triangle like this. Yeah, so that's the basic tangle Tropicana. So since it looks more or less like an architectural, something inspired from architecture, let us draw a tile, a fun tile today. Not exactly abstract, but something architectural. What say? Yeah. So I'm starting first with my border here. Working on zandala tiles, which are round tiles, slightly bigger than the regular square tiles. Right? So what we'll do here is probably draw a dome shape first. So I'm drawing the first Tropicana, which will be a big one, something like this. Yeah. So let's pen it. I'm just giving a broad outline and I'm going to straight switch to my pen. So starting with the Tropicana shape, like this, and then probably add some pillars kind of thing. So I'm going to add a division here like this. Yeah, add some pillars. So I'm just broadly drawing the way I want to draw. Yeah, and then again draw one more tomb Tropicana here. Like this. Add double lines here. Yeah. So first I'm going to start drawing Tropicana here inside. Go slow, take your time, give a nice curve. That's what gives the tangle its look. The arch. You can draw it any which ways you want. This is just a suggestion, the way I'm drawing. Yeah. And then those small little petite triangles there. Whatever spaces you have. And a little bit of weight that I'm going to be adding on one side. Not adding another aura, just adding some weight. Like this. Yeah. Now coming on to the next, I'm going to just insert some strands like these to add the tangle perk. Yeah. So I'm trying to give it the look of a pillar. You can try adding any other tangle. Please feel free. This is just a suggestion, as I keep saying. It's an idea. Make it your own, explore, innovate. Yeah. So I'm going to do that exercise throughout. Make sure you just ink small little intersectices at the same time. Yeah. Take your time. Slowly add the tangle. Poke. I'm just squeezing in orbs here, not trying to draw the complete orbs. Drawing behind. Yeah. So going to continue like this on the other side also. Yeah. So done with that. And again the other side I'm going to do the same. Draw the bands. Yeah. And then add the orbs. Some bit of drawing behind. Yeah. So the pillars are ready. Now comes this section. So I'm going to insert the tangle jongle here to add some bit of drama to my tile. Yeah. So now the zigzag lines. Spaces are small. Take your time. The zigzag grid, jongle, and then just inking alternate spaces, just like Knightsbridge. The only difference being the grid. Yeah. That's the jongle grid. Now I'm going to ink alternate spaces. So take your time and slowly do that exercise. I'm going to start from here because there I may go wrong. If you want, you can add lines. If you want, you can leave it like that also and just shade. Looks nice anyway, but if you want to add that drama factor, then it would be nice to ink like this. Yeah. So just ink alternate spaces. Take your time and slowly do that exercise. Yeah, so I'm going to do that for all. So I'm done with inking my jongle. The next thing is the inside space. So I'm first going to add an aura inside. Right, now it is up to you. How do you want to go about? You can always add some bit of weight on one side. However, I think we will do that with our brush pen or probably watercolor pencil to emphasize it while shading. Right, so I'm going to be placing a few jetties inside here. I use this tangle pretty often. I like the way it looks like when we shade it. Right, so I'm just going to add some jetties, a little more decked up versions. Right, so I'm just going to deck it up. You can follow me along and then probably add some lines going down like these. Again, another one. Add some orbs there. Right, so kind of a tangleation where I combine the tangle with some more tangles, some scallops, and then again you can add some oblique. Yeah, crisscross mesh. You can also add a head like this. Yeah, again one more there. You can add some Knightsbridge. Some beautiful jetties lying there inside. Yeah, again add some orbs. Yeah, can add some orbs here and there. Always a good idea, acts as a nice filler. Yeah, so that's about 3 jetties. Now we are left with this inside space. So I'm just going to add some fescues, use it as a filler, just like we do for embedded. I'm drawing in the same fashion, adding some fescues first, randomly. Yeah, whichever way I feel like. And then I'm going to start adding aura, close aura. You can also add something like a simpler version of Hollis. So this is a filling. Since it looks very intricate, I am adding it to fill the inside space. Of my structure. Slowly, aura each. Add 1 or 2 auras. And then the rest of the space you can add orbs. I use this pretty often. Those of you who follow me would be familiar. Yeah, so I'm probably going to add one more. Small spaces you can just aura. Doing the second aura. Take your time, slowly. Do that exercise like this. Yeah? Just adding some dots on my jetties here. Like these. Yeah? And now the rest of the space I'm just going to add orbs. If you want to add some more auras here and there, you can do that. Add some bit of rounding. Some ink here and there looks nice. Add orbs of different sizes. Yeah. Small ones here. Take your time. Draw at your own pace. Some bit of ink here and there. Small orbs, big orbs. Yeah. So I'm almost done with that exercise. Just adding a few more. And the filling is done. Yeah. So now it is up to you. How do you want to close it? So I'm just extending these lines a little more to cover the side space. So I'm just extending these two lines and then adding a few more like these, and I'm going to add the same tangle again, that is Tropicana, yeah, like this, like this, like this, yeah. Fun tangling today, not exactly abstract, more of a Zentangle inspired art. But when I see this tangle, I usually feel like drawing it like this only. But you can always give it an abstract nature by just randomly using it in any tile. Yeah, you need not use it like an architectural tangle. That's entirely up to you. Yeah. So again, these things here inside, if you want to add something, you can. I'm not going to add, probably some bit of rounding there at the corners. That's all, nothing else. Yeah. So let's get to shading now. If you want, you can add an aura here also. So let's first shade and then we shall see if we want to add something else. So we can add some tangle here also, probably a flowy tangle like Muka or something. Yeah. I'm really having fun today. Just going with whatever I feel like, not thinking much where, what. And that should be the way to approach. Let the tile dwell on its own. Don't plan. Go with the flow. Yeah? That's the true essence of Zentangle. Enjoy, be in the moment. That's it. And similarly on the other side, small little intersectices, just take your time. That's Muka and some bit of flux here and there, used as a filler. And just fill in the small little spaces in between. Yeah, that's about it. Let's now move on to shading. So let us now start to shade. As far as my jetties are concerned, I'm just going to darken one side and highlight the other. That is how I generally shade my jetties. But you can always add under the bands any which ways you like to, right? So it's up to you. You want to highlight the individual elements or you want to shade it as a whole. right? Then on this side, little bit on the other side also, but I'm going to make this side dark. Yeah, so a soft touch there. And some bold graphite on the other side. Like this. Yeah, we can also re-emphasize it with our watercolor pencil if you want. And then again I'm going to shade this on one side. You can also shade under the bands, but that's not what I'm going to do here. I'm going to add on one side. Yeah, so added some thick graphite there, and now pulling it out towards the center but not covering the entire center, like this. Yeah, and then highlight the inner section, not too much. Not adding too much here. Adding little. I don't want the entire thing go gray. So sticking to the edges, not pulling it out too much. Then add some more darkness here. Right? And then coming to our, so I'm just going to add again on one side. The triangles are pretty small, so I'm not going to do anything inside them. You can't really do justice with that diamond shape there. So I'm covering about half. Yeah. Similarly for these, you can shade it in many different ways. Entirely up to you. And this side also. Yeah. And then our jongle. So alternate lines. So added graphite here. So leave the next grid line and then again add here. Jongle is a Zentangle original. You can always find the video for how to draw the tangle, how to use it in my videos. I have covered 90% of the Zentangle originals, Zentangle original tangles in my videos. So those of you who are new to my channel, you can always refer to the older videos to learn how to draw these tangles. Yeah, take your time and slowly shade each section. Give shading that time. It adds a lot to your tile. So don't haste up. If you don't feel like doing it at that point, keep your tile aside and get back to it later. Yeah, so now is the time for chalk. So I'm just going to sharpen my pencil a little. Uh-oh, I broke it. Yeah, so with your chalk, highlight the other side of the pillars where you have not added the graphite. So that high-low effect will give it a 3D effect like a curl. Add some here. Not too much, little bit. Add some on the jongle. Add some on the muka. And I think that's it. We are sorted. We don't need to do anything else. If you have your brush pen handy, then you can always use it a little. Here to add some bit of darkness. Not too much, but you can always do that with your pencil also. So just relax. No need to worry. And that's about it. That's our Tangle Tropicana. If you want, you can always add some caviar, some pearls. If you want to place some pearls, it's always a good idea. They look pretty nice. Oh yeah, you can highlight your jetties also. The other side where you have not added graphite. Good idea to add some chalk. They will really pop up. Yeah, that's about it. If you have a different blending stub handy, just even it out. And we are done. Yeah, so that's our tile for today. A bit different, but Tropicana particularly looks nice this way, but you can always use it in any way, right? Like a border tangle, like a band running through your tile. So just feel free, explore more. And I'm going to close my tile now. Don't forget to sign and date your tile, right? And I shall see you again with another new tangle. Till then, have a good time. Bye bye.